Hey y'all, it's your girl Mama V here, back for another mukbang. I'm gonna take a sip of water real quick. Welcome. Hope you're all doing well. This is, I always say quick, but my mukbangs always end up being like 20-30 minutes. But this one's gonna be quick. I'm on a time constraint today. And I wanted to share some lunch with y'all. So, I have the bags over there, but we have Jollibee today. And so what we have today is their spicy chicken sandwich deluxe. And then we have their spicy and original fried chicken. And then we have their spaghetti with some meat cubes in there. And then I think this is palabok. So it's kind of like pancit, but it's a version of pancit. Correct me if I'm wrong the way I said it, or if I got the dish wrong. So it's egg, shrimp and beef in there, and rice thin noodles, really thin noodles. And so if y'all don't know what Jollibee is, it's essentially I don't know if you would consider it fast. I guess like the fast food chain of Filipino food. And so yeah, we are going to dig in here. I really wanted to try their spicy chicken sandwich. So it's obviously breaded spicy chicken, and then they have some jalapenos and some of their sauce, and then lettuce and tomato. This lettuce is actually looking pretty sad. So I mean it was sitting in the bag for a little bit, so it kind of wilted. So I'm gonna do without the lettuce. But the reason why I'm doing this is because, y'all, don't hate me for this, I'm not a big fan of Chick-fil-A. I maybe had it 3 times in my whole life. And when the whole, like, their spicy chicken sandwich came out, I finally tried it months later, and it was just like chicken and bread, and then somebody was like, get the deluxe. But I don't know if they got it wrong, but it wasn't really even spicy. The 2 times that I had it, and I didn't really like the bread. So the bread that they have had the Chick-fil-A on is, you know, the standard bread that they had, but I felt like it was just so flimsy. Like the moist of the chicken just made it so soft, and I didn't like it. And yeah, I even ate it like literally right after we got it from the drive-thru line. Didn't like it. So we're gonna try this one, see if this spicy chicken sandwich does it for me. First bite, y'all. I'm trying to get the part with the jalapenos. So, definitely spicy. And I like how they added the jalapenos, and it's just like raw cut up jalapenos. So you can really get that spice and kick in it. But it's not too much. You can tell the chicken is breaded spicy, so that's good. It's flavor. I like their sauce. And even with the Chick-fil-A deluxe spicy chicken, I tried it with the Polynesian sauce, and I just felt like it wasn't giving me spicy chicken vibes or hype. I definitely like their sandwich better than Chick-fil-A. And I should have did a comparison, but I'm in the Bay, and there's not too many. There's like 2 Jollibee locations, drivable, but it's like in 2 cities over. It's not that bad of a drive. It's like 15 minutes. But then the Chick-fil-A, I think we only have 1 or 2. It's in the totally opposite direction, so not convenient. And I also already know how the Chick-fil-A tastes like. And yeah, I think I've only had Jollibee actually like twice. And it was never their sandwiches. It's always their chicken or their spaghetti. I'm actually a big fan of this Filipino spaghetti overall because it has like that sweetness to it, you know? Yeah, so yeah, let me Mix it up there with the melted cheese on top. Again, it doesn't look steamy hot, but I already know their spaghetti is good because I've tried it. Let me take a bite with y'all. It kind of reminds me of SpaghettiOs, the taste. When you guys were younger, did your parents ever, I think it's like the Vienna sausages, cut up that and put in your spaghetti? Have some rice on the side, call it a meal. Little sausages in here. That's good. I'm actually pleasantly surprised. I really like the chicken sandwich. Again, it wasn't like the best chicken sandwich I had, but honestly it was better than Chick-fil-A. I don't know why people was hyping up Chick-fil-A like that. Maybe y'all have better cooks at y'all Chick-fil-A, but I've tried 2 different locations. I tried a location in SoCal. That's the first time I tried the chicken spicy sandwich from Chick-fil-A, and then we tried one up here in the Bay. But yes, let me try the pancit. There's a lot of sauce. I love, 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 love this type. Palagbok. I should have looked at it. Said it online, y'all. My bad. I am so sorry. But I love this type because the noodles are so, I just like the texture of the noodles, and then the little shrimps are cute. Let me show y'all. Y'all see the little shrimps? Tad bit a lot of sauce for the noodles. But that's fine. That's fine. We're gonna work with it. And I like how they have the eggs in there. Like literally, you could just eat this by yourself. By itself. You could of course eat it by yourself. You could eat it by itself and feel full for me. I don't want to eat too much because I want to finish the sandwich. Because I don't want it to be thin on the bread. And the bread gets soggy. That's like one of my things though about sandwiches. I hate soggy bread. Like, not even just soggy bread, but if it's like, if the sauce gets too penetrated on it, for some reason it just doesn't, it'll still taste good, but I think I've mentioned this in previous mukbangs, I'm a texture person, and the texture is just a tad bit off for me. And so when I was growing up, my mom used to make me sandwiches, you know, for lunch. And it always used to get so soggy, so I would always have to, you know, cut the end that the tomato was on, or just, you know, rearrange and the sandwich and take off the tomato on the soggy part of the bread. But y'all, I was in college and I used to work at Old Navy, and I seen one of my coworkers, he had his sandwich items in different Ziploc bags, or he had it in a little, you know, like those bento boxes, the reusable ones. And he assembled the sandwich at work and put the mustard on, so that way the sandwich wasn't soggy. It sounds like such like a duh, that makes sense, but to me I was like, wow, why didn't I ever think of that? And so every time now that I make sandwiches, I just put it in little Ziploc bags and then assemble it as is when you're ready to eat it. And actually, in my teeth, the bread. I feel like it's very similar bread, but you know, the bottom is a little thicker. And you know, they definitely toasted this, so maybe the Chick-fil-A just need to change their bottom and toast it, because I don't think, like the ones I had, it seemed like kind of toasted, but it looks like they just threw it on like to warm it up right before they assemble a sandwich. This one's actually like toasted. Well, I was saying though, when we went to Yosemite, amateur tip for y'all who don't really go to national parks, it might be your first experience in national parks like Yosemite, bring your own food. You're gonna be so it's like so big, the parks. It could take like 2 hours to drive from one end to another end. And there's not, you know, obviously, depending on where you're going, there might not be a cafe or a little store where you can buy something. And to really enjoy the trip without being like, oh, I'm exhausted every day or I'm like starving, you bring your own food. And we bought like, you know, those collapsible, like cheap coolers, insulated things, put a bunch of Ziploc bags of ice, put our cheese, our meat, and our sandwich meat in there to keep it cold. And then the good thing is, after you're done keeping your food chilled and you don't need so much ice, it melts a little bit. Just pour it in your canteen because it's already in, like, you know, Ziploc bags. So it's contained in there. But we assemble our sandwiches, you know, right before we were going to eat it. And it's just, I don't know. One, you've just been hiking all day and it just tastes so much more better that way. A lot of people, like, I've seen some folks bring like a whole pizza box. But we were planning to stay like literally from like, you know, morning time, like maybe 9 or 10 we got into the park, and we probably didn't leave until like 5-ish, because 5 or 6-ish, because you also have to remind yourself, in these like national park areas, we were staying outside of Yosemite, but it was still like a 30-minute drive to the closest like town or Airbnb. Excuse me, the sparkling water is giving me the burpees. That like they're in little small towns, so there's not much of a nightlife, and it's like it was so pitch black out there. Like when we were in our Airbnb, and you have all the lights off, and you know, it's barely any street lights, obviously, because you know, you're out in the nature. I couldn't even like at night put my hand in front of my face and see my hand. It was like low-key creepy, but it was fine. It worked out. So yeah, pro tip, bring your own food if you're going to Yosemite or any national park. We're actually going to Utah to do not 1 but 2, maybe 3. I don't know. We haven't planned out the full trip yet. We bought our tickets and we're like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do those national parks, which I'm really excited about. And then, yeah, ever since Yosemite, I was like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing. And my goal is, I bought like, you know, those like iron-on patches you mostly see on like jean jackets and stuff. I'm gonna get one from every national park I go to and just have like a whole natural park jean jacket, you know? But it was good. You know, I really wanted to try this because I didn't know Jollibee. I knew I wanted to do a Jollibee mukbang because I've been saying that for the longest. And the restaurant I wanted to, I think it's Catalina's like grill, and it's like a Tongan Polynesian restaurant food, and I really wanted to try that one, but they were closed today. I don't know, a lot of restaurants are closed on Tuesdays. I wonder if it's also because like Monday, Tuesday, people are eating leftovers. Like people are just like, you know, trying to get the day started. The week started, the struggle. And obviously the weekends are open because business is booming, everybody's eating. So yeah, a lot of the different other places I wanted to try. So I was like, oh, let me just do Jollibee today. And for me, if I'm gonna want to eat fast food, I just want to enjoy it, you know? Like, so now that my go-to spicy chicken quick sandwich is gonna be Jollibee. This reminds me, I just recently saw the trailer for the movie. I believe it's about Manny Pacquiao's life, and you know how he became a boxer and all that. I don't remember what network it's on, so it's out already. Look it up. You can Google Manny Pacquiao movie or something. I forgot what it's called. but I don't know exactly where it was filmed or who's the producer. Excuse my loud fridge. It wants to be loud right now. But what I really liked about it though is because they have, you know, the Manny Pacquiao character in the movie, and then you have like, I don't know if it's like an older family member or it's his dad, but basically some, you know, someone who's vital to the story about like kind of doubting because he's older, like, are you think you're gonna be a great boxer and stuff like that. But I feel like so they had like a Filipino accent, right? But they're speaking English in the movie, but they have a Filipino accent, and I really like that. And you guys are probably like, duh, they would have a Filipino accent because Manny Pacquiao is from the Philippines. I don't know what part he's from, but I feel like, especially when things get advertised in America, or depending on, you know, the producers of something, they may get like a Filipino character, right? Like actor, but not necessarily someone who has an accent, who I consider, if you have an accent, you're like a native speaker of that language, right? So I thought that was cool. Authenticity of the movie, of that part of the trailer that I saw, I think it shows that it's possibly going to be a dope movie. This is good, y'all. Y'all should definitely try it. Let me take a bite of spaghetti though, because I feel like in 2 bites I'm about to be full. Yeah. Y'all, I am hungry. And you know why I'm hungry? It's like a little past lunchtime, definitely halfway to dinner time. And I was just eating like some veggies before this. I ate veggies for breakfast because I was like, I know I'm gonna have a heavy lunch. That's actually one of my favorite things. So I go, my parents attend a predominantly Filipino church, and like when we have like potlucks and stuff, favorite thing on that menu is pancit, any variation of it, and the spaghetti. And then, oh, you know what I do like though too? I like the sticky rice wrapped in banana. So good. I don't like eating them like warm though. I like eating it cold because I'm not a big fan of like mushy, soft food. Like if that's the only texture. But with that, it's kind of like hard and it's not so mushy, so I love eating the sticky rice wrapped in banana. You know, my other favorite thing is this ice cream that I've only been able to find at Pacific. It's not Pacific Super. That's like the Asian supermarket in the city. Y'all might know what I'm talking about. Pacific something. It's a store. It's predominantly like Filipino food. They have a grocery store, and then they also have, you know, indoor small restaurant, like, you know, preheated food, pre-made food that you can make. but there's this ice cream there that it's like a vanilla base. And then if you're Polly, if you ever had like fruit salad, which is basically like, you know, the variation canned fruits mixed with some like white sweet sauce, condensed milk, that, but they have those fruits in the ice cream, and it's like Malabay. Oh man, I'm forgetting what the ice cream is called. Anyways, I will drop it in the description once I remember. But anyways, I love that ice cream. That's literally like one of my favorite ice creams other than Rocky Road, because it gives me like the fruit salad vibes. And I used to, you know, if you're Polly and you've been to like those Polly functions, fruit salad is like always majority there. But now it's mixed with ice cream. So I like that. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well and y'all enjoyed this quick mukbang. Obviously, I would probably snack on this throughout the day. Obviously, you know, eat it a little bit later. But thank you for joining me for lunch today. Again, peace and love, y'all. Have a good one.